it's Amy O and welcome to my 11th braces video. I don't really have much to report since my last appointment. It's been really good since they added the extra bit of wire thingy up there for me to hook the thicker elastics onto. It's definitely helped a lot. I've been able to wear them full time like I meant to. What else? Oh yeah, we had Halloween, so I dressed up as Sid and that was a lot of fun. I did like a little bit of a photo shoot as well. Yeah, I really enjoyed dressing up as him for Halloween. He's such a little brat. So yeah, I'll show you some photos here. So I think that today I might go with pink. I did silver just for Sid, so I think I might go with the old favourite, the light pink. I have had my braces for over 2 years now, so I think I'm going to try and be brave today and actually get up the courage to ask the orthodontist for an updated time frame. Hopefully I can just go in there and just ask the question straight away and see what the go is, and hopefully I'll have something to report at the end, because I was told 18 to 24 months when I had them on, but they did say that they would keep them on for longer if need be, which is fair enough. I mean, it's not like I can take them off. I am at about the 25-month mark now, so it would be really cool to get an updated time frame. See how we go, see what they say. I'll be back after the appointment. Bye. Hello everyone, I'm home from my appointment now. I did go ahead and get the pink. It's my favorite, I can't help it. So some of the changes that they did today is they just replaced the elastics. I have got, oh sorry, not elastics. They replaced the power chains top and bottom. I have still got this elastic on the same teeth here, and I'm to wear that full time on the left side. And then I've got a new elastic on the right side, which I'm also to wear full time, and I have it on different teeth. So like this one is like the top front on to second back, and then this one's like the opposite. So like the second back at the top to the, I think it's a canine on down here. They recommended to put the one on that I am used to, like knowing what one it goes on all the time, because it's kind of second nature to put that one in now, and then do the one on the other side. So I think what they're trying to do is like, I don't know, like move things sort of like in the opposite direction potentially. You're probably wondering if I got brave and I asked, and the conversation kind of led that way before I had to ask. I didn't ask straight away. I was like, super like weird. I don't know why I'm like this. I just am. I think it's just because like I don't like to be an inconvenience on people. But anyway, yeah, the orthodontist did just say, I don't know, he used a word that I was like, I've not heard this like the whole time, but he just said, you know, oh, we're starting to get close to perfection. Sorry, I ordered some food, so I'm just waiting for it to be delivered. I definitely can tell that we're getting there. I don't think it's going to be, I don't know, if I was to make an estimated guess as to how much longer, I would probably say 6 months, but I'm not an orthodontist. I think my dinner's here. Hello there, it is the next day. I kind of ended the last clip quite rapidly because my dinner arrived. I think I forgot to mention that at my appointment yesterday, right at the end, the therapist was teaching me where the elastics needed to go, because this one is the same. But this one, I've never had the elastics on these teeth before. So she was teaching me, she drew the picture and showed me which teeth that they needed to go on. And then she said, yeah, go ahead and pop this one in, because I'm used to that. And then she was like, and then have a go, using the picture as reference where the other one needs to go. And I could definitely see which teeth they needed to go onto, but I was just struggling to get the elastic to hook onto the top tooth at the back. I was trying to hook it onto the tooth at the top, and then once it was on there, stretch and then bring it down to the front. I figured that was probably the easiest way to do it, and that's generally how I do this one. Is I'll hook it on the tooth at the back down there and then stretch it up to the front. So I was trying to do that and I was just struggling so bad. It was really embarrassing. So I did feel a little bit bad, and I was just like, this is what I was dealing with when I changed to the sand dollar, because they're so much thicker. This is what I was struggling with last time, and that's, when they added the extra piece of metal up there so that I could hook it onto that. I was just like, this is what happened last time, I'm struggling. And she was like, the style of bracket that it needs to hook onto at the top there, they're unable to add an extra piece of metal onto it, kind of thing. So I was like, okay. And she was like, here, let me just put it in. And she used, they have the tweezers that they clamp together, so nothing's coming out of it, if that makes sense. Whereas the normal tweezers that you have at home, you can pinch them onto something, but they can just slip out. So she attached it yesterday, and yeah, just popped it straight on. And she was like, my recommendation would be put the one in that you're used to, and it's just going to take practice for you to get that other one on, which is fair enough, because every other elastic change or whatever that I've had, it certainly has taken practice. So that was that. And then I came home, obviously had some dinner and took them out to eat dinner, and then to put them back in, I was a little bit nervous, a little bit see how this goes, and yeah, just using my hands, I was able to put this side in as normal, but then trying to put this one in, I just could not get it to hook up on the top part there. It was so frustrating, It's taking ages. I was like, this is meant to be my life for the next 7 weeks, and we're getting that close to the end. I really do want to commit to putting the things in as I'm supposed to. And then I remembered that at the appointment that I had, when they attached the metal part, the therapist also gave me this little tool, which has the hook on the end there, and you can sort of attach your elastic onto that and then use that to reach back and hook it on there. So I dug that out and used that last night to put the elastic on, and it made it so much easier. So thank goodness for this little guy. He's going to be like my best friend over the next 7 weeks. I don't think I'm going to be able to attach the elastic on this side without it. This tooth here, that one, like, oof, randomly painful, which is odd because the elastic is attached to the tooth in front of it. It's this one that is just like when I'm chewing food or if I'm talking and my teeth touch, it randomly bangs together or something. It's just like, oh, that hurts. I feel like it's only been 1 day. I feel like I can already tell that the little gaps down here are already starting to close in a little bit. It's like, what? That's about it. See you next time. Bye. Well, hi there. It's just another day in my life, so I thought I would take some time to check in on how things are going with my braces. So the new elastic positions are doing okay. This one's obviously in the same spot and I'm doing just fine popping it in. I will say the one on this side, I cannot get it in unless I use this little tool. So very grateful for this tiny little hook. Don't know what this tool is called, but it is saving my life right now. I like it so much, I gave my orthodontist office a call and asked if they could please send me some more in the post. I just feel like I want to have on every service of my house and in every bag and handbag and wallet that I own. So changes I've noticed is like this gap here has kind of stayed the same. This one in here feels like it's gotten, I feel like these teeth here have gotten closer, and then, excuse me, and then this gap here has gotten bigger because I think the reason for switching the elastic band to go on the teeth that they're going on this side is that they're trying to line up the middle of my, I don't know how to describe it. They're trying to line up the middle of these teeth with the middle of the teeth below them, if that makes sense. I feel like, you know, we're getting there, which is good. I definitely had noticed, like, before that, you know, this line here is further over this side. So, yeah, that is good. We are definitely making some more progress with that. And I mean, I've got such a gap between these appointments. I'm pretty sure between the last appointment and the next appointment, it's like 7 weeks or something like that, which I haven't had such a large gap like that in such a long time. We do have Christmas, so that's probably why they just don't have the availability. That's about it for this update. I will catch you next time. Bye. And just like that, here we are for another appointment. I think it's been 7 weeks since my last appointment. The main thing that changed that I've noticed, I guess, from the wearing the $100 elastics in the new position for so long, the main thing that I've noticed is it's created a little gap here, but it's definitely moved these teeth further along that way, which is pretty cool. So I think that's what they're trying to do. I'm not too sure what to expect from this appointment. I'm going to change the pink power chains to silver just because I'm going away and I've got a wedding to go to, so I wanted to keep it sort of simple for that. But yay, let's go do this. So not much happened. I pretty much just had the power chains changed, so I just got silver now, and everything else is the same. Still wearing the same elastics on the same teeth. And then my next appointment is a month. I think it's about 4 weeks away, so that one's going to be a long one, so that's going to be interesting. So bye for now. Hi. So much has happened since my last video. I was actually on holiday, just eating normal food, and one of my brackets fell off, and because I was on holiday, I was unable to contact my orthodontist, and like between it falling off and between me having an appointment is a week. So yeah, I was just eating food. It was just soft food. It was nothing crazy. It wasn't hard. And I don't even think that like I was really chewing where it happened, but this side on the lower teeth is my very last tooth. You can't even see it. You can't even see it. But I can turn the camera around and show you what the bracket looks like that's fallen out. So that is it. That little guy there is what was attached to my very last tooth on the lower right hand side. It's got a little hook there. You can actually see, I'm just gonna flip over, you can actually see the like glue stuff is still attached to it. But that's it. That's what came right off. I will say it's when it first came off, I could feel that it wasn't attached anymore. But because I have power chains and they go actually to that very back tooth, it was still sort of like hanging in there. Like it was still, it wasn't attached to my tooth anymore, but it was still sat along the wire. So it was actually just sort of, because it was being held together by the power chain, it was sort of sat next to this bracket here. This one here. So it was just next to it, and the power chain was just holding it on there. I know, it's really hard to describe. And then pretty much what happened is like I've just been brushing my teeth as normally as I can. I have still been brushing that area, but probably not as I guess vigorously or whatever. I probably aren't brushing it as I normally would. How do I describe it? I think the first few times I brushed my teeth, I just used a manual toothbrush because I was scared if I used the electric toothbrush because it spins really fast. I was scared because now that the bracket's cut off, the power chain's just like dangling. So my next appointment that I'm due to have, I am meant to have some of the brackets removed and repositioned anyway. So I called them today or yesterday because my appointment is tomorrow. I just wanted to let them know that one of them has fallen off and will need to be reattached. And I said I'm not too sure what ones they were going to be removing and reattaching anyways. And she said that it was going to be teeth at the front. So I'm glad that I called just so that they have got the heads up. And like, you really can't see it. Like the wire at the back, because there's no bracket for it to attach to. It's just like it's just there. Thankfully, it's not poking, it's not causing any pain, it's not scratching, so it's just existing. I'm not wearing them at the moment, but I have been wearing the elastics like as much as I possibly can. I definitely haven't been wearing them like 24 hours a day, but I've been wearing them more than half time. And I can tell that like it's created a little gap there, and I feel like a little gap there, a little tiny triangle there, and you know, we're still getting there with these bottom ones, but who knows how much longer it's going to be. Like, what month is it now? Feb. So it's been like 2 years and 4 months. Hello. Far out. That was a very, very, very long appointment. What I thought was probably going to be a 30-minute appointment ended up being an appointment that went for 1 hour and 20 minutes. I think I got the new girl. Like, I think that there's maybe a new staff member there. So I'm not too sure if that's why things took a lot longer. Also, like, I know that I had one of my brackets fall off and that had to be replaced. So I was under the impression that some of the what's it called? I was under the impression that some of the brackets in the front teeth were the ones that were going to be removed and repositioned, but that wasn't the case. So when I went in there, I think they sort of had written down in the notes last time that they were maybe going to do some things, or they were going to do something else. Doesn't really make sense. So I think that they were going to, by the sounds of it, I think they were going to maybe polish some of the teeth at the front, which I think means like when they shave down the bottom of the teeth so they look smooth. They were either going to do that or remove some brackets and reposition them. And what they ended up doing was, well, they had to put back on the bracket that fell off from the tooth right at the back, and then they removed and repositioned. It's actually the bracket just on the tooth next to the, so like the second last tooth. Yeah, so that's what they did. But then I guess like in order to do that, they have to remove all my power chains. They have to remove my wires. Well, it was just, they removed the one from the bottom. And then so the first thing they did is that they reattached the bracket on the very last tooth. Then they removed the bracket from the second back tooth and then put the new one on there, repositioning it where they wanted. And the gist of what I got from what they were saying is that they wanted to reposition that one to encourage that tooth to come up out of the gum a little higher. So that sounds cool. So they did that. And then, oh my gosh, I actually had so much work done today. Once they'd done that, then they put the wire back in on these teeth. Then they ended up taking the wire out of the top teeth because they were going to change that wire. So they did that, and then I don't know if you can see, but they attached underneath the wire. So before they put the wire back on, they attached kind of like a power chain. It's kind of whitish. I think it's kind of whitish. They attached that, I think, these front 4 teeth. Then they put the wire on top of that. Then they shut all the little like doors on the brackets, like shut all them to hold my wire in place, and then they put the chain, the power chain over the top. I decided to go with blue, and I quite like this blue. It's a little darker than the standard baby blue that I've got a few times. And I am wearing the elastics half time. So before I was wearing them full time, and I was wearing them like to that one, one back there to one down here. As you can see, I now have, they're like a triangle shape on both sides, and I only have to wear this half time, so I'll probably just wear them at night time, and then during the day no elastics, which is cool. Still on the sand dollar, because quite literally that's the only one that I can have that's no latex, and the gums have been doing pretty good, and that's that. So, oh my wordy, like what a very long appointment. But it's all good. I'm done now. And then my next appointment I've got in about 5 weeks' time. No clue what's happening at the next one, but he seems to think we're getting close. I don't know. The reasons why I had to wear the elastics like on a diagonal full time was because he was trying to get these teeth more centered, like the middle part, which he said it is now. So that's awesome. Making some good progress. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Because there's been quite a few changes today, and it was a long appointment, and she was really having to like tug on stuff. I have taken some pain relief just to try and prevent any pain later on. So I think I'm just gonna take it easy for dinner. I made sure that I ate a really big lunch and a decent breakfast, and I was snacking all morning. So because I knew that I had a long appointment and maybe it was going to hurt my teeth, and it can be a bit hard eating food after these types of appointments. So yeah, we'll see how I go eating food later on. Hopefully I do okay. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the changes over the next few weeks. Alrighty, bye. Hi, so I'm back earlier than I expected. So I had my last appointment on Friday, and today's Monday. Pretty much majority of the weekend I've just been having problems with my wires at the back. They did check them when I had my appointment, and over the weekend I can already feel that the wires are poking out the back, and they're sort of scratching the inside of my cheek to the point where I had to put wax on back there because it was getting quite painful. And because I remember I had this thing attached up here when I couldn't get the sand dollar elastics to stay on that hook. I'm wanting to get one on this tooth as well, because I again was having so much trouble getting them to stay on. Like, it would take me ages, and that's not really how I want to sort of like spend my evenings before I'm going to bed. It's just being completely frustrated. So I've called the orthodontist clinic to see if they can see me today, and yes they can. So I'm going to head in there and see if they can trim them up, and hopefully if they can attach one of these little extra metal things on this tooth, and hopefully that should help. Well, I'm all done. I just saw one of the dental hygienists, I think it was, and she attached another little metal like hook attachment here, and she actually tightened my other one, which is really good because she because when I first had it on, the idea was that I could like flick it up if I needed to use it or flick it down, but with the sand dollars I pretty much always use it. So she flicked it up and tightened it, which is really good. And the wires at the back in all spots were too short to be trimmed, so they just polished them, which is basically they just use this like kind of like a machine thingy, I guess, that goes back there, and it's like a little like buzzing and it feels like your head is vibrating, but it feels so much better. Like even just like talking and moving, if I like stick my finger back there and touch it, it feels a lot more smoother now. So thank goodness, because it was getting to the point where even eating food and chewing, it kind of hurt. So I'm really relieved to have that done. I'm so glad they could see me today. Anyways, until next time, bye. And just like that, I'm here ready to go in for another orthodontist appointment. I'll tell you what, I have been in a bit of a funk, I guess, or a bit of a lull when it comes to my braces. It's just I've had them for 2 years and 5 months, and I don't really know when they're due to come off. And I found since my last appointment, since I've been wearing the elastic bands like in the triangle here and here, just at night time, there have been some nights where I just forgot to put them in or whatever, and then I've realized, oh my god, it's been like, 2 days and I haven't worn them at night time like I'm supposed to. So I really, really, really hope that this appointment is, I don't know, gonna give me some inspiration to I don't know. Yeah, no idea when they're coming off. Yeah, the only thing I know is that I'm gonna go with pastel pink today. I've had this blue a few times, and every time I get it, I forget that I've had it and then I don't really like it. So pastel pink today, that is the moment. Bye. Well, quite a bit to unpack from that appointment. I'm feeling pretty good. I got my pink. Also, they like buffed down the ridgy bits on these teeth and these teeth, so they're looking a lot smoother, which is amazing. And I was pretty happy because the orthodontist didn't give me a specific end day or end appointment that they were coming off, but he really did say that he wants to see me again in 3 weeks, and that I think we're gonna then discuss when they're gonna come off, which is really, really, really nice. Other changes that happen is I haven't had a look yet. But on the very back teeth, on the very back teeth, on the bottom and the top, when I first had the braces put on, they put these like blue build-ups on there. They like buff them off of the lower teeth, but they are still on the upper teeth. So I'll show you on the upper. Are they still there? Oh, hang on, maybe it was only on the bottom teeth. Anyway, they like blasted them off. There's still a little bit left on this one. There. That's completely gone there. It's really hard to film in my mouth because it just goes blurry. They also, so that the wire doesn't go across to my last tooth, so it ends here. And so in the upper teeth, they still go all the way to the back. And the chains like only go to this tooth, not the last one. They go the whole way on the top though. I still have the chain underneath this chain, blurry. I still have the chain underneath these 4 teeth at the front, which is like a clear sort of chain. But I think that, and I still have to wear the elastics in the triangles on both sides just at night time. Ooh, so I'm feeling pretty good after this appointment. Like, I think this is kind of what I needed. Like, as I said, after my lull I was feeling, I think sort of having an appointment like this where I actually can see that the end is in sight, I would say within the next few months, is pretty exciting. I did question I still had like little triangles between the teeth, and I did sort of ask them like, are they gonna close over, is that it? And he pretty much was like, we get the teeth as close as we can, and they touch sort of like at the widest part of the teeth, and it's just, that's my gums. Which is slightly disappointing. However, I think when my dentist talked to me about that, I kind of expected that was how it was going to be. So I think like you can only really notice it like when I go like that, you know, you don't notice it when I smile normally because you're just seeing the top part of my lower teeth. But I do kind of have it like here and here and even in there slightly, you know, so that's been annoying. But yeah, we'll see what happens at the next appointment, you know, in 3 weeks time, which is pretty exciting. Okie dokie, bye for now.